Good evening, everybody. This is Sweat, and go ahead and look at the title, soak this in right there. Yes, I was in a lobby with Socrates and FPS Kyle, and I was absolutely pumped. And I really owe that to one man for sending me an invite, for shooting me an invite. So, I'd like everybody to welcome aboard. Eric, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself again, buddy?
Hey man, it is Eric, also known as TheAv8tqr. Great to be here with you.
And again, man, I appreciate you sending me that invite. And this is what I did, guys. I pretty much fast forward three different games and cut through clips and everything because playing with these legends, there was absolutely no way I was going to get a 20, a 30, or 40, 50 kill game or whatever. Because while we were getting, Eric and I were getting 12 and 16 score games or whatnot, Socrates was laying down 56 or something like that on Bog. And
Man,
it
I
was
got to
just
throw this out there
mind blowing.
too because I've been playing Call of Duty for several years now. I love the games. I'm pretty good at them. I mean, I used to hold my own in COD4 and Modern Warfare 2 and whatnot, but playing with guys like Socrates, which first off, he was one of my biggest heroes. I'll talk about that in a minute. But playing with these true legends of the game, guys who have laser beam eyes, guys who literally snap on target, it's scary. If you get 3 kills in a game and 12 deaths, you feel like you did something. You're like, yes, I didn't hurt the team too much. I only went quadruple negative. I'm doing good. It's great.
Well, I mean, you heard me at the end of the last game we played. I was like, "That's it. I got a helicopter. I'm cutting. I'm taking that clip. I'm saying I got a helicopter with Socrates on my team." Like it was that much of an achievement for me.
Oh,
I
no
was so
doubt, man.
pumped.
And FPS Kyle is absolutely legendary too. I mean, his COD 4 videos and whatnot, really his Modern Warfare 2 videos changed the way I played. So, yeah, these guys are legends, and I'm honored to know them and to call them friends. I told you, you asked me before we started this conversation, kind of to explain how this whole thing came down. I'm friends with Kyle in real life, but Socrates has always been kind of my hero, and I've played with a lot of big YouTube commentators, and it's always neat to kind of play with the heroes of this group. The guys who are known by everyone. You go into a lobby and people go, "Oh my God, Woody's gamer tag! Oh my God, Hutch!" People freak out, and that's really cool. But for me, the one guy I always wanted to play with, for some reason I never felt like I could, was Socrates, and that's just because I've been watching his videos since COD4, and he's one of those people you watch play and you go, "Okay, I couldn't do that." I watch Onslaught play, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I can pull down scores that are similar to that. Not as often as he does, but I can do that. I can play like Sweat. I can handle that most of the time. Not quite as good, but I can handle that. But freaking Socrates, man, it's a whole nother level.
Oh, it's unreal, man. Like I didn't know if. All right, I can't even speak right now just because I mean, it was unreal just being in the lobby with him. I mean, because he really did. I mean, every game consistently. Game in, game out. Boom, boom,
Well, I think
boom.
you were in the
Top of the
lobby with
leaderboard.
us. We were playing World at War. I'm not sure if you were in that lobby or not. We're playing World at War with Hutch and Socrates and Kyle and a couple other guys. And there's a guy flying around in God mode, right? He's flying around in a jetpack, firing his flamethrower, killing people. He goes 34-0, and Socrates beats him.
Jeez.
Socrates went 39-3, I think it was. And I'm like, that's just money. The fact that this guy's in God mode and Sock can beat him.
That is unreal. And right now I'm fast forwarding through some of the clips of, remember that sick thrill or thriller sick thrill not sick or whatever, the guy with the M16 that we were absolutely certain had some kind of mod on his M16 because he was one shotting every single time. But I didn't realize that Socrates it was the last time he was playing, or he apparently was out for 7 months because he's going to recruit training, or I guess they call it basic training for the Air Force. And that got me thinking, like I wish that we'd have talked a little bit more in game, because I'll be honest with you, man, I was just keeping my mouth shut. I didn't want to piss anybody off. I didn't want to upset anybody. I didn't want to, step on anybody's toes or anything. So I'm just sitting there like, man, don't be the lowest guy on the board. I don't want to get kicked because they get mad at me or something.
It's cool, man. I had that place locked down.
So I mean, I didn't talk to him much, And then at the end, whatever they're saying, oh well, Sock's out for 7 months. That's a bummer. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, he's going to Air Force boot camp. I was like, wow, because I don't get a chance to actually talk, and not just Socrates, just anybody. Because me and Merrill answer questions all the time, about boot camp and about what people should join the military and what they should do in the military, and if it's for them and everything. and every situation is different, you know, and I don't want to be a recruiter for these kids. I don't want to be a recruiter for the Marine Corps or the Army or the Air Force, you know. But at the same time, I don't want to push these kids away, you know. I just want everybody to be educated about it. And, you know, I just wanted to see, you know, if he'd done some of his research, if he'd cover all his bases. And I mean, he's a smart guy, and I'm sure he did. But it's just one of those things, like, if I had to step back, you know, and do it again, like, man, I wish I'd have initiated that conversation. I wish we could have talked about it a little bit more.
Yeah, man, I think it's kind of neat too to see that these YouTube personalities, guys like Socrates, guys like Hutch, you know, the real life aspect of, you know, who we are. It's really interesting to see, because guys like Sock, he's in his early 20s. You know, he's decided that his goal in life now is to go serve his country in a different manner. You know, he's going out. I'm not going to reveal what his MOS is, but, you know, he's going out to learn to help people and to protect his country and whatnot. I think that's a huge blessing. You know, my opinion on the Air Force is special. I've told you about this, but I might as well record it in the call. I actually tried to go to the Air Force. When I was 18 years old, I was supposed to join the Air Force, go to the Air Force Academy. I have a friend who's a professor there, and I have a family friend, and my uncle went there, and so I was really excited to go to the Air Force Academy. I was running my businesses and whatnot, but I was prepared to take 14 years off, basically, to go and do that. And I ended up breaking my back 2 weeks before my 18th birthday in an airplane accident, and that ended my dreams of being a fighter pilot. But, you know, it's kind of one of those neat things where you see that real life comes at you in a different manner, and guys like Socrates who are already in their early 20s saying, you know what, this is where I want to go, and this is my decision. And I think that's really neat. It's really powerful. It's kind of neat just to see, you know, people who are living life, and especially when they're YouTube personalities or people that we feel like we know already, getting to see, you know, their personality as it manifests itself in real life is amazing. Like you, I mean, you're coming out of the Marines, you're kind of figuring out your next steps in life, and I think that's such a neat process for all of us to be a part of. Even though it's, you know, somewhat private, it's still really cool to be able to share with everyone, especially for guys like you, that your channel is all about helping others, you know, and whether it's gameplay related or life related or military related, that's just it's a neat thing.
It really is, and I'm glad that, you know, we're using it, like Meryl says, and I use Meryl as an example so much because
it's all right. You could say he's your boyfriend. It's okay. We understand.
I'm such a huge man crush. It's not even funny.
It's the beard, man. The guy has a legendary beard. I'm telling you. I would like to see how much food I could pick out of Meryl's beard.
It reminds me of my little cousin used to pick through my grandfather's beard and just like pick. It was so disgusting. He would pick the pack to tobacco out. Because my grandfather used to dip tobacco, like the long, stringy stuff, not the like.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it was so nasty. And thank you.
I filled my mouth a little bit talking about Meryl's beard. I don't know about this grandfather thing, man.
Well, and another thing about the personality is something, because, you know, we still got a couple minutes, and you are getting to hang out with these guys, really personal, you know, on a really personal level. I mean, you flying doing this paintball stuff. I mean, talk about that just for a second, because I mean, like I said, we got another 2 minutes to kill here. So, you know, what's going on between, I know I see it at the end of this month or next few days or something about that. Y'all doing paintball again, or?
Yeah, man. Well, I'll take a minute to plug it. I actually last month I flew with super last minute. Flew up to Chicago, Illinois to go to Joliet, Illinois to CPX Sports. You can check them out, cpxsports.com. I'm not getting paid for that. I just like them. They have this incredible paintball facility up there. And they asked us to come up and play paintball, basically. And that's fine. That's dandy. But they asked us to come up and play paintball and kind of sponsor this event. And as it's grown, now we're doing our own event. It's not just, you know, we're a bunch of paintballers come together. We're actually putting together an event that's specifically for our fans to come out and play with us. And end of this month, June 24th through 26th, I'll be back up in Illinois playing paintball, videotaping, and having a blast. It's really kind of cool because some of the biggest YouTubers out there are showing up. FPS Rush is there, and he's freaking legendary, as we all know. Woody's Gamertag, T Martin, Mercadurka, Gassy Mexican, Paintball Kitty, Optic Hex, just tons of big names that people who are really good people. and getting to hang out with them, shoot at each other is very entertaining. So if you guys want to see a video that took me 50 hours to make, go to my channel. I'm sure there'll be an annotation on the screen. And,
maybe if you're lucky. If you're lucky. I mean, you're trying to take my job right now, so I don't think you need any more promotion than what you already get.
No, man, it's really cool though to be able to connect with these people in real life and to see that they are who they say they are, that they really are, you know, unique individuals, and that their YouTube success is not something that's a glitch. It's actually people who are interesting to be with. You know, I slept in the same bed as Mercadurka for 4 nights. Now, I'm not quite sure if he should be known on YouTube or not, because it's a little bit creepy for me now. But before that, no, these guys are great. Seriously, I'm honored to know them, and I mean, it's really neat to be able to share some of their personalities with the rest of YouTube, the stuff that you don't normally get to see, you know, on their channel. It's kind of fun to record them in real life, per se.
All right, man. Well, videos come to an end, and I really appreciate you touching on all this and coming over and on my channel and talking about it. There'll certainly be a maybe. I can't say certainly yet. Maybe there'll be an annotation, and you guys definitely need to go check Eric out. Eric, thanks again for or the Aviator. I'm sorry, I keep calling you Eric.
Oh, it's all good, man. Ben, it's a pleasure. And guys, thank you so much for just listening to this. I hope you all get a chance to meet your heroes in this gaming industry and really in any industry. And Ben, keep being a hero, buddy.
All right, man. I really appreciate that. Guys, y'all thanks for watching, and have a great day.